Have you ever stopped to wonder, what does an idol really look like? Is it a golden statue, a towering monument, or could it be something hidden in plain sight? The truth is, idols aren't always what we think. They come in many forms, some so subtle, we might not even realize we're bowing down to them. In this noisy, chaotic world, could it be that we've unknowingly allowed false gods to take root in our hearts? Exodus 20 verse 3 gives us a straightforward command, "You shall have no other gods before me." But let's be honest. Are we truly following it? Think back to the story of the Israelites in Exodus 32. Moses was on Mount Sinai, receiving the 10 Commandments. Meanwhile, the people got impatient. They couldn't wait any longer, so they took matters into their own hands. They melted their gold, shaped it into a calf, and then declared, "This is your God." Exodus 32 verse 4. It's easy to shake our heads and say, how could they do that? But here's the uncomfortable truth, are we any different? Today's idols don't often look like golden calves. They're much sneakier. For some, it's our phones, scrolling endlessly for validation. For others, it's chasing success, wealth, or the approval of people around us. It could even be a relationship we've placed above God. Anything that takes God's rightful place in our lives becomes an idol. But idolatry isn't just about external things, it's often internal. Ezekiel 14 verse 3 hits hard when it says, "Son of man, these men have set up idols in their hearts." Here's the tough question, what's sitting on the throne of your heart? One of the most dangerous idols today is self. Think about it. Society constantly tells us to put ourselves first, chase our dreams no matter what, and live for likes and followers. But what did Jesus say? "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me." Matthew 16 verse 24. Let's face it, denying ourselves doesn't come naturally. But Jesus calls us to a higher standard, one that leads to true freedom and purpose. Idolatry might seem harmless at first, but the Bible makes it clear, it always leads to destruction. The prophet Isaiah says, "Those who make idols will be like them, and so will all who trust in them." Psalm 115 verse 8. Idols can't save us. They're powerless, fleeting, and will eventually crumble, just like that golden calf in the wilderness. But the good news? The true and living God stands forever. Here's the beautiful part of the story, God doesn't leave us in our mess. He's always calling us back to Him, back to true worship. Jesus said in John 4 verses 23 to 24, "Yet a time is coming and has now come when the true worshippers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth, for they are the kind of worshippers the Father seeks." True worship isn't just singing a song on Sunday. It's about surrendering your heart, mind, and soul to God every single day. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes and think, are there idols in your life? Is there something, or someone, that you've placed above God? If so, it's time to tear those idols down. And here's the best part, God isn't angry or distant. He's waiting for you with open arms, ready to fill your heart with His love, peace, and presence. When we worship God alone, we step into His eternal purpose. Revelation 7 verses 9 to 10 paints a breathtaking picture of what's to come. "After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb." That's what we were created for, to worship the one true God. So, what's your next step? Are you ready to let go of the idols in your life and return to true worship? Start by spending time in God's Word, praying with an open heart, and making Him your number one priority. If this message has touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we journey together in God's truth. Let's leave the idols behind and worship the one who is worthy.